everyone. It is Tuesday. It's the day that comes after Monday. You have Monday, then you have Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday. How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Tuesday night? That is what we want to know. Tell me about your day. What made you a grateful person today? What made you grateful for your Tuesday? That is what I want to know. Tell me about it. Tell me what is making your sun shine today. The sun is shining on you and you, but most importantly, you. Yes, it is. The sun is shining today. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook? Hop right on over to YouTube. Same deal, different station. Although the camera cuts me slightly differently. It boxes me in. I don't know. Sometimes one gets me this way, one gets me that way. I don't know. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Hey, Dazzle, it's treat time. Sorry for making you wait so long tonight. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I have kept you waiting too long tonight. I did not mean to do that. It's just the way the night fell. Hey, Kitty, how are you today? What are you grateful for this Tuesday night? Grateful to have all of you here. It has been... intense is the word I've been using today, but a good day. I've had a lot of really good connections today. It's looking like to be a really good connection week. Actually, some of the conversations I've had with people or meetings I've been involved in have been they've been deep, but they've been very good. They've been very good. So that has sort of been the way my day has rolled today. Started early. It's going late. Hey, more auction pieces. You go, Kitty. And in person. Nice. Nice. I love it. In person is coming back. I even have a congressional meeting this week in person. It hasn't happened yet, so I don't want to jinx it. But I am supposed to have one Thursday in person. And I have not had one of those in a while. So in person is making a comeback. Those shots work. You know, we've got vaccinated. We've got flu. We've got it all. Take your shot. Boom, boom, boom. We're getting there, people. We are getting there. We're going to get to the other side of this. Bigger, better, stronger than before. I feel like we're going to be like the theme song to the $6 Million Man. We're rebuilding your business. We're rebuilding this country. We're rebuilding our minds better than before. Booster shot for Kitty on Friday. I think we're eligible next week for them. Cassandra and I. We were talking about that the other day. Yes, we are building back stronger. We are coming back stronger. I mean, I'm aging myself using that example of the $6 Million Man, but I've got a 50s t-shirt on today, so I guess that's okay. But, that gets me in the mood too. We got the little Mickey going here. We got the Mickey going because Mickey turned 52. So we got it all going on. Let's get our good morning, good night book going. Oh, hang on. I didn't bring any glasses over. Let's get that going tonight. Tonight in the Good Morning, Good Night book, how we start this program every night. We're on page 24. 24. Good morning, beautiful. Make someone happy today. I promise you it'll bounce back. Boom. There you go. There is your good morning. There is your good morning. Hey, you know a teacher? Do you know a teacher? Do you know a teacher? McDonald's is giving free breakfast to teachers this week. If you don't know a teacher, what a great post that is sharing out that teachers can get with a teacher ID, a free entree breakfast sandwich, free hash browns, and a beverage. It's like the trifecta. It's like the trifecta. And you could argue the health of a McDonald's breakfast or whatever, but McDonald's is recognizing teachers around the country this week. Around the country. And that is a wonderful thing. So share that out with your networks. Make sure all the teachers in your networks know, okay, that McDonald's is giving them something to start their day, to brighten, to add some sunshine to their day. This week's about adding sunshine, people. We're moving to the end of Mercury in retrograde. We are adding sunshine this week. That is the path I am taking. That is the path I want us all to take. Whoa, I'm making a mess. That ruined some perfectly good gin. I missed wishing all our Canadian friends a happy Thanksgiving yesterday, but happy Canadian Thanksgiving. I apologize for the belated on that. You know, in just perfect branding, you gotta appreciate the branding, and I know I always screw up this name, Balenciaga, and I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, so I do apologize, and I can hear like Sue McCarthy beating me over the head with some fancy purse. But, you know, Balenciaga collaborates with The Simpsons to present its latest collection. I mean, The Simpsons, the cartoon guy, Bart Simpson. Duh! Okay. A 10-minute Simpsons episode highlights the new Balenciaga collection. I mean, it is, how do you reach your audience? Okay. How do you lose $50,000? How do you lose $50,000? Okay. You know, I mean, there are so many ways you could think of lose $50,000. Would you think 7 seconds would cost you 50 grand? 7 seconds. 7 seconds. 7 seconds cost the wheelchair race, Boston Marathon wheelchair racer Marcel Hug made a wrong turn, missing a course record by 7 seconds. Had he not made that wrong turn, he would have earned an additional $50,000 in prize money. Okay? On this day in 1928, okay, just as, you know, we talk about shots. Kitty's talking about her booster. I talked about the shots and the flu vaccine and just how important these vaccines are at keeping us healthy. On this day, in 1928, nearly 100 years ago, 100 years ago, nearly 100 years ago, at Children's Hospital in Boston was the scene of the first use of an iron lung. Okay, and you know, I mean, you know, that look at how far we have come, people. Look at how far we have come in 100 years. But that was the first use of it at Boston Children's Hospital in 1928 on this day in October. You know, that is quite an invention. I like this quote today, and You know, sometimes you find quotes in the funniest places. Earnings season kicks off this week for Q3. Earnings season kicks off this week for companies, and this is just a great headline dissing a company. A friendly reminder that a CFO telling you a company is profitable is like your aunt telling you that your cousin got a perfect score on the SAT. It could be an exaggeration, and especially with Wall Street companies these days. You know, a CFO of a Wall Street company telling you a company is profitable is like your aunt telling you that your cousin got a perfect score on their SAT. It might just be an exaggeration. Which brings me to our quote from Simon tonight. Our quote from Simon tonight is, true strength is the courage to admit our weaknesses. True strength is the courage to admit our weaknesses. Okay, I need you to think for a minute here because my big topic tonight, I'm going to skip shipping tonight. I'll return to shipping tomorrow night. But I need to plant an idea in your head. And so to do that, and this has nothing to do with the next thing I'm going to tell you about, I'm going to plant an idea. So I'm going to tell you about something that's happening in this country, and then I'm going to explain what I'm talking about. Okay, but I'm going to give you time to guess because we don't guess normally on Tuesdays what the heck I'm talking about. So my question to you tonight is, what do you think of when you think of the number 21? What do you think of when you think of the number 21? That is my question for you. Think about that while I tell you about this. What do you think of when I say the number 21? Think about that, and we're going to come back to that in just 1 minute. California has signed a new law into effect that requires gender-neutral store displays for kids. California is going to require. This is actually a law that passed and was signed yesterday by the governor. California Governor Newsom signed a law that will require large retailers to include gender-neutral displays for child care products by January 1st, 2024. The new law applies to retailers that sell toys and other child care products. And what is a child care product, you ask? Funny you should ask. A toothbrush is a child care product. And have 500 or more employees across all locations in the state of California. The bill defines child care items. The bill defines child care items as any product that facilitates sleep, relaxation, or the feeding of children, or to help children with sucking or teething. The retailers will have to maintain a gender-neutral section or area to be labeled at the discretion of the retailer, in which a reasonable selection of the items and toys for children that it sells shall be displayed, regardless of whether they have been traditionally marketed to either girls or boys. Retailers who do not comply face penalties of up to $250 for the first violation and $500 for subsequent violations. The bill notes it's easier for consumers to identify unjustified differences in similar products that are traditionally marketed either for girls or boys if they are displayed closer to one another in one undivided area of the retail sales floor. It also says keeping similar items traditionally marketed to girls or boys separated incorrectly implies that their use by one gender is inappropriate. The Associated Press notes that the bill does not outlaw traditional boy and girl sections of department stores, and it does not apply to clothes. While California will be the first state to require gender-neutral sections at large department stores, the concept isn't entirely new. And, including that Old Navy has debuted a gender-neutral line of clothing for tweens. And Pacific Sun followed with its own gender-neutral line. I don't fully... I understand it at the high level. And I fully admit this. So this is Neil editorial. This is like a Howard Cosell moment, or the other guy. Oh my God, Walter Cronkite moment. This is a Neil editorial on it, if there ever wasn't one. I fully admit my lack of understanding, and that's upbringing. You're brought up in this color's boy, that color's girl, and everything else. And I've actually looked at it as we've been in other stores recently, is how will that change? How will this not become a boys section or a girls section? And it's interesting to look at it through the perspective of Rebecca at 23 and her peers, and how they look at it as not boys and girls, men's and women's. And so it is a real thing. It is a real thing. I don't fully wrap my head around it because of the environment that I've been brought up in, and I am looking to see how this establishes. I mean, the interesting, thing in this article talking about the signing of the law is a bright pink Barbie sign. I don't know how it will all roll out. So, it'll be interesting. So, but this is definitely something that gender neutrality is something to be very aware of. Just be aware of it, because it is coming your way. So back to my question of the night. So, but I find it interesting, so keep in mind also with that, as California laws go, typically New York, Massachusetts follow California. So it is coming, people. It is coming, and then other states follow that. So I threw out 21, and what does that mean to you? Okay. And it's funny because I'm going to use my shirt tonight for it too. So I guess I can use my shirt. So Kitty said that 21 means blackjack. Yes, I love blackjack. Okay, I mean, I played that a lot in college. When I was young and dumb and money didn't mean anything, we could play blackjack. Okay, Adele, it means the legal age of drinking, and so since Adele doesn't drink, but that is, it's a state of adulthood. It is a rite of passage. And so often as you use different, if you're thinking in age, okay, you use different things as a landmark. Oh, 50, Neil's 50, that's the new 30. 60, that's the new 40. 80, that's the new 60. Pick your number. It's a new thing when you're talking about age. So what I'm about to tell you, what I'm about to share with you is not meant to scare you. It's meant to make you think. And that's what I really try to challenge you to do on this program, is make you think. Okay? So take this not to be scared, but to be enlightened. Enlightened's not the right word, but to make you think, because I don't want you to think of this as enlightenment. What if I told you 21 is the new 15? What does that mean to you? If I told you 21 is the new 15, what does that mean to you? Digest that for a second. Think about that. 21 is the new 15. What does that mean to you? So some of you, that'll mean I want some of whatever Neil's drinking. Adele may take up drinking now. 21 is the new 15. No guesses on that? Have I left you all? Oh. You don't want to see that again. You don't want to say, oh. Okay. 21 is the new 15. Less mature children. Well, partly, Adele. Mature. Hey, Cindy, great to have you here. Maturity of 21-year-olds. Well, that's partly true. 21 is the new 15. That I would argue that's partly true. Okay, but what the market is saying, okay, is as you hear the calls, and this is, I sit down and just digest this. Just digest this and don't hate the messenger. Don't hate the messenger. Remember, you like me. Okay? As you have heard the calls for a $15 minimum wage, okay, and that there should be a nationwide $15 minimum wage, the marketplace is saying that we're really headed to a $21 minimum wage. That the market is going to drive $21 as your new minimum wage. And I know a lot of you are like, okay, take a freaking hype meal. I don't know what you are drinking. Okay. But that is where the marketplace is heading. Okay. And I know some of you think I'm nuts. Some of you think 15 is nuts. Well, and that's part of it. Prices will go up. Efficiency, you're going to have to change. Okay? Business will not look, your business at a $15 minimum wage or a $21 minimum wage or 18 or anything in between, okay, will not look the same. Okay? And things are happening in this country and things are happening in Congress. You have a quit rate, okay? A quit rate in August, okay? Which is pretty freaking amazing, okay? More than 3% of the total workforce, okay? The workforce that was actually working, more than 3% of the workforce in August quit. More than 3%. That's a lot of people. Quit their jobs in August. Okay. That is millions of people. Okay. Quit their job. It's the JOLT number. Okay. But, and you started at $1.60 an hour. Well, my father, I was lucky to get 50 cents an hour. If I got 50 cents out of my father at the pharmacy, and hour was a loose term. Let me say that my father used hour as a loose term. Granted, my productivity was probably a loose term as well, but yeah. So, 21 is let's hang on a second. Where's the calculator? Okay. Yeah, so $21 an hour is 43,000 based on a 40-hour work week of actually working is $43,680 a year. Okay. 15 times 40, not times 41, times 40. That equates to $240 extra a week. 31,002 versus 43,006. And so why is this a discussion? Why is this a discussion right now? Okay, we're not even at a national minimum wage. The national minimum wage is still 7.25. Okay, why is this a discussion now? Well, it's a discussion now because partly because of inflation. Okay, workers are realizing their wages are going up, but it's not buying anymore. It's buying less. I mean, Cassandra last week, I mean, she is a shopper for grocery. I mean, I can't do it. Okay, I fully admit that I can't deal with the couponing. I can't, like CVS with their pile of coupons, and you can have a manufacturer's coupon and a CVS coupon and all that. Cassandra's amazing with that. Okay, I mean, amazing. It drives me nuts. Okay, even with the calculator and knowing what should be, it's just the whole hassle of it. You know, I mean, her grocery bill last week at Aldi was like $300. Okay, I mean at Aldi it was $300. Granted, that was a delivered $300 because she does like one trip a month, one big trip where it's delivered. But that trip last month or 2 months ago or 3 months ago was a lot less than that. And so your costs of everything is going up. Wages are driving up. Okay, but those wages that are increasing, you know, aren't making it up. You know, so people are making $30, $40 more a week, but it's costing them $50 more a week to live, $60 more a week. So then you have the financial sector, which is a tough job. Okay, I mean, I know some of you have worked as bank tellers or worked for the big banks and different things. You know, Bank of America and USAA are among people who have committed to a $21 starting wage. And that on the surface is admirable. Okay, Walmart, Amazon are all pushing wages up, and it's admirable in the headline. But what these companies are doing is pushing technology and people out. Wendy's today made a partnership with Google, okay, to basically eliminate the drive-through. Okay, not the drive-through itself, because you still want to drive through and get your food, okay, but to eliminate the drive-through worker. And they're going to do that through technology. They're going to do it through things like voice recognition. They're going to do it through things like license plate and car recognition and facial recognition, so that they know when Neil pulls through that this is what he likes for his order. So they can say, "Hi, Neil, you know, would you like your regular?" So they can start getting it ready. Okay, they are using technology to reduce the use of people. Okay, which is how you can reduce the amount of employees in the workforce. As you look at all these millions of jobs, people that have not come back to the workforce, you are looking at ways to get more efficient and to think about that. So my job in lobbing this out to you tonight, that 21 is the new 15. My initial lob of this, we will talk about this much more. We will talk about this much more in the days and weeks to come. But my initial lob to you, okay, and throwing this out there, it is not to say I want to run and put the key in the door. Not to say I can't do it. My thing is, how will you get better? How will you level up? How will you use technology? We have some amazing technology partners in this industry. How will you serve your customers in a different but better way, okay, so that you can level up? And I don't have all those answers, okay? I will tell you that at one of my locations, we installed a bell at the register this week, and it killed. I mean, Cassandra hates it. I hate it. I hate that we have to do that. But the reality is I can't have somebody just standing there at the register all the time. I need them doing something else. I need to multitask. And having that, and it's not the old-fashioned bell, it's more of a silent, a passive thing that rings through the building so you don't notice it unless a kid's sitting there doing it. But I can't have someone at $17 an hour, 15, 17, $18 an hour just standing waiting for that next customer to walk up to the register. And you can't either. So how do you adapt? What solutions will you put in place to adapt? So that as 21 is the new 15. As 21 is the new 15, how will you adapt? How will you adapt? That is your challenge tonight. That is what I leave you to think about. I don't leave that with you to give you nightmares tonight. I really don't. That is not there to give you a nightmare. That is there to make you think of how you will continue to level up. Because you have leveled up so much. You have leveled up level after level after level in the last 2 years. Okay, and you will level up again. You can do this. You know what else you can do? You can see this video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about over at narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. Everything's over there. All the files, the links, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, ring the bell. Ring the bell. See, it matches. I got ears here. You got ears? It matches. So we can help everybody make it to the other side. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the ice cream maker, so we can help everybody make it to the other side. I'm here every night at more 8 than ish, live in the Narts private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you and you have a question in between, just email me. I'm the easiest guy in the world to reach. Be amazed at the people that reach me. Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the good morning. Ooh, hang on a second. That's something else I got to talk about. The good morning, good night book. That's how we start every night. Tonight, we're on page 24. Good morning, beautiful. Make someone happy today. I promise it'll bounce back. Our good night tonight is good night, beautiful. Make room for happiness tomorrow. If you make room for it, it will show up. Yes, it will. I got room for some happy in me tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to catching up with you again tomorrow night. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. Oops, did I show you the graphics? But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dinner.